Welcome dear learners. Today's lecture focuses on an extremely important and timeless theme in education, value education. In a world that is rapidly changing, where knowledge is expanding at an unprecedented pace, we often pause to ask an important question: is knowledge alone enough to build a meaningful life? The answer, as history and human experience tell us, is no. Knowledge without values lacks direction. This is where value education becomes central to human development. Through this lecture, we will explore what value education truly means, why it is essential in modern society, and how it contributes to personal growth, social harmony, and global citizenship. Before we begin, let us briefly understand the objectives of today's lecture. Understand the conceptual framework of value education. Explain the nature and characteristics of values in human life. Recognize the importance of values for students, society, and the nation. Appreciate the significance of value education in contemporary times. This lecture will help you develop a clear overview of how value education shapes individuals and societies alike. Dear students, the term value originates from the Latin word valere, which means worth, strength, or importance. Values represent the ideals and principles that human beings consider important in life. They influence our thoughts, guide our decisions, and shape our actions. Whether we are aware of it or not, values form the foundation of our daily behavior. Every individual carries a personal value system. This system determines how one reacts in situations involving honesty, fairness, compassion, responsibility, and respect. Values help us differentiate between what is merely convenient and what is morally right. Value education refers to the process of understanding, developing, and practicing these values in everyday life. It is not confined to classroom instruction or academic learning. Instead, it is deeply connected to character formation, moral awareness, emotional balance, and social consciousness. The aim of value education is not only to prepare individuals for professional success, but to help them lead meaningful, responsible, and dignified lives. Education that ignores values may create skilled individuals, but it cannot ensure ethical and humane citizens. Human life is filled with choices. At every stage, we face situations that require us to decide between right and wrong, fairness and selfishness, honesty and dishonesty. Values act as moral compass, helping individuals navigate these choices. For example, a student may feel pressured to achieve high academic performance by unfair means. In such moments, values like integrity and honesty guide the student towards ethical conduct. In this way, values give direction to knowledge and purpose to education. Values play a crucial role in shaping personal and cultural identity. A society is often judged by the values it upholds. Compassion, tolerance, justice, and respect reflect the moral strength of a civilization. Just as fragrance completes a flower, values complete a human being by giving depth and meaning to actions. Without values, progress becomes hollow. Material advancement without moral grounding can lead to conflict, inequality, and social instability. Therefore, values are essential for both individual fulfillment and collective well-being. Dear students, in today's rapidly changing world, the need for value education has become more pressing than ever. Technological advancement, intense competition, globalization, and digital media have deeply influenced the lives of young people. While these developments have brought convenience and connectivity, they have also introduced challenges such as stress, anxiety, social isolation, ethical confusion, and emotional imbalance. Dear students, the National Education Policy 2020 clearly recognizes this challenge. NEP 2020 emphasizes that education must move beyond rote learning and examination performance to focus on ethical reasoning, emotional well-being, and responsible citizenship. For example, the policy highlights concerns related to misuse of digital technology, increasing academic pressure, and declining interpersonal values among students. By advocating for value-based education, National Education Policy 2020 aims to ensure that technological progress is guided by ethical awareness and social responsibility rather than unchecked competition. Young individuals are often exposed to conflicting messages regarding success, relationships, and morality. In such an environment, value education provides clarity and stability. It helps learners reflect on their actions, understand consequences, and make thoughtful decisions. Value education encourages individuals to pause and think critically before acting. It helps them recognize that every action has an impact not only on themselves but also on others and on society as a whole. Through value education, learners develop empathy, tolerance, cooperation, and a sense of responsibility. These values enable individuals to build healthy relationships, resolve conflicts peacefully, and contribute positively to their communities. Value education thus strengthens both personal character and social harmony. An important characteristic of value education is that values cannot be memorized. They cannot be learned in the same way as mathematical formulas or historical facts. Values are acquired gradually through experience, observation, and reflection. Children learn values first within the family. They observe how parents interact with others, handle difficulties, and make decisions. Teachers, peers, and society further influence this learning. Everyday experiences such as helping someone in need, accepting mistakes, showing respect, or facing failure with courage play a significant role in shaping values. Thus, value education is not restricted to formal instruction. Life itself becomes a powerful teacher. Each interaction, challenge, and experience contributes to value formation. This makes value education a continuous and dynamic process. In schools and colleges, value education is not limited to a single subject. It's embedded in the overall educational environment. It's reflected in teacher-student relationships, classroom discipline, peer interaction, and institutional culture. Teachers play a particularly significant role in imparting values. Students often learn more from the behavior of teachers than from their words. A teacher who demonstrates fairness, patience, and respect leaves a lasting impression on learners. In this way, educators serve as role models and moral guides. Historically, education and values have always been closely linked. Ancient systems of education emphasized moral, spiritual, and ethical development alongside intellectual growth. Modern educational thinkers also agree that education without values loses its deeper purpose. This is why value education is known by various terms such as moral education, character education, citizenship education, or values based education. Although the terminology may differ, the fundamental goal remains the same: to develop individuals who are ethically aware, socially responsible, and emotionally balanced. Students often encounter moral dilemmas in everyday life, such as deciding whether to copy in an examination, remain silent when witnessing unfair treatment, or take responsibility for a mistake. Value education equips learners to reflect on these situations and make ethical choices, even when such choices are difficult or unpopular. Dear learners, let us now examine the nature of value education, which highlights its key characteristics. First, value education is holistic in nature. It focuses on the complete development of the individual. It nurtures intellectual growth along with emotional, moral, social, and spiritual development. Dear learners, instead of emphasizing academic achievement alone, it aims to create balanced individuals who can think critically, feel deeply, and act responsibly. National Education Policy 2020 strongly supports experiential and activity based learning as a means of value development. Initiatives such as community service, environmental projects, cleanliness drives under Swachh Bharat, and participation in local governance awareness programs allow students to practice values like responsibility, cooperation, and civic engagement. These real life experiences transform abstract values into lived realities. Second, value education is a continuous and lifelong process. The development of values does not end with formal education. From early childhood to adulthood, values are shaped and reshaped through experiences, relationships, successes, and failures. Every stage of life presents opportunities for moral growth. Third, value education is contextual and life oriented. Values become meaningful when they are connected to real life situations. Learners understand and internalize values more effectively when they see their relevance in everyday experiences. For example, cooperation is learned through teamwork, and tolerance is developed through interaction with diverse individuals. Fourth, value education is practical and experiential. Values are best learned through action rather than instruction alone. Honesty is learned by being honest, empathy by caring for others, and responsibility by fulfilling duties. Experiential learning plays a vital role in helping learners internalize values naturally and permanently. Fifth, value education has universal relevance. Values such as respect, kindness, truthfulness, and responsibility are accepted across cultures and societies. They are not confined to any particular religion, region, or nationality. Value education enables individuals to live harmoniously in diverse environments. Finally, value education is transformative in nature. It brings about inner change by influencing attitudes, beliefs, and behavior. It fosters self reflection, moral awareness, and social sensitivity, leading to personal growth and positive social outcomes. Let us now turn to the scope of value education, which extends across multiple levels of human life. At the personal level, value education promotes self-discipline, which helps individuals regulate behavior and achieve goals. It enhances self-awareness by enabling individuals to understand their thoughts, emotions, and motivations. Emotional intelligence, another important outcome, helps individuals manage emotions and maintain healthy relationships. Integrity ensures consistency between words and actions and build trust and credibility. At the family level, value education nurtures respect, cooperation, care, and mutual understanding. When family members listen to one another, share responsibilities, and support each other emotionally, the family becomes a secure environment for moral and emotional development. At the school and institutional level, value education contributes to ethical behavior, positive peer relationships, and healthy teacher-student interactions. A value-oriented educational environment encourages cooperation, confidence, creativity, and effective communication. At the social level, value education promotes social harmony, tolerance, national integration, and respect for cultural diversity. It helps individuals coexist peacefully despite differences in language, culture, religion, and lifestyle. These values strengthen social cohesion and collective progress. At the global level, value education encourages peace education, environmental responsibility, respect for human rights, and global citizenship. It helps individuals understand their responsibility towards the planet and the global community. Dear students, the importance of value education lies in its ability to shape responsible individuals and ethical societies. It helps individuals understand themselves, relate positively with others, and make informed decisions. While vocational skills are essential for employment, value education ensures that success is achieved ethically and sustainably. The foundation of values is laid at home, where children first observe and learn from parents and family members. Educational institutions play a crucial role in reinforcing and refining these values through structured learning and social interaction. Value education contributes to balanced personality development, moral character formation, vocational competence, social effectiveness, and responsible citizenship. It encourages cultural appreciation and national unity. It prepares individuals not just to earn a living, but to live with dignity and purpose. The significance of value education extends beyond individual development. It has important social and global implications. Value education supports emotional well-being, ethical reasoning, civic responsibility, social justice, and environmental awareness. The National Policy on Education 1986 emphasized the urgent need for value education in response to declining moral standards and increasing social cynicism. Value education seeks to eliminate violence, superstition, extremism, and intolerance by promoting rational thinking and ethical awareness. Individuals guided by strong values contribute positively to society. They respect diversity, promote peace, protect the environment and work towards the common good. Their action benefit not only themselves, but also future generations. To conclude, value education is the foundation of a meaningful and responsible life. It teaches us not only what to know, but how to live. It nurtures moral strength, emotional intelligence and social consciousness. In an era marked by uncertainty, stress, ethical challenges, value education provides direction, stability and hope. It's not merely an academic component, it's a lifelong guide that shapes character, influences choices and helps build a humane and harmonious society. Dear students, by now you must have gained a clear understanding of the objectives and need of value education and why it is so important in today's world. With this understanding, I hope you will reflect on how values shape your own decisions and actions. We will continue our discussion in the next session. Thank you